Woodturning.
Good evening. Welcome. Hope you're all well. Thank you very much for joining us for another special guest earworm. Bit of a last minute one, this one, but it's a special one. This young girl has only been on the circuit for a short time. So here she is. Katie, welcome, Katie. Thank you very much for joining us.
Hello, everybody.
So if you don't know, this is Katie from Katie Turning. She's not actually on YouTube at the moment, but she's on Instagram. Her link has been chucked into the chat, and Brian or Katie's going to chuck it in there a few times tonight. And she's also on Facebook. A little bit of history about Katie. She's been working with Dan from Taylor's Murfield for a little bit, and for some reason she got into turning. We will find out why later on. So while Katie's going to be letting us know whatever questions you've got to ask her, the information about why she started and how she started, I'm going to be turning a piece of sapele in the background, just a plain, basic, boring bowl tonight. Wait for it. Oh, Brian's not doing it. Not another bowl, Steve.
Not another bowl. God's sake.
So,
Are you sure it's sapele?
I think it is. Well, we'll find out when I turn it.
Is it sapele? Is it sapele or sapele?
I don't know. It's wood. It's definitely wood. But anyway, I'm going to be turning this. As always, with special guest Airworm. If you guys have got questions for Katie, then obviously chuck them in the chat. Brian, Joe, all Katie will pick them up and we will answer as many as we can. And obviously, I'm sure Katie will try and get as much information over. And if you can, or please do, go over and follow her on Instagram and Facebook. So we want to try and get Katie's name out there and make her audience grow a little bit. So let's get on with that. Right, while I go over here, you guys or someone can let me know who's in, please.
That's Joe's job, isn't it?
I can't see it.
Right,
I know
thank
you.
Right, thank you. That's an easy cop
what
out.
can you, oh, you can't see the
Cop it out
chat
already.
Oh, see.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Anyway, welcome and good evening and welcome everybody. So
hello.
we've got Weevil. We've got Wood Wizardry
Weevil's
by
not in.
Colin. We've got Taylor's Murfield. Dave O.T.
Evening, Dan.
Woodturnings by Barry. Good evening, Barry. Hope you're feeling a little bit better. We've got Barry's Wood Creations. Todd at Glen Cove Woodworks. Susie Swiss Woodturner. Door 60. I'm going to say Katie Armstrong, but we know who Katie is now.
This is going to take a while, Katie.
Yeah, all right.
Shoot your face.
There's only 52 people watching.
Clive Rogers at 53 on my screen. And you're going to hear every single one of them.
Twice.
Wedge Woodworks, Hi Chase. Just trying not to miss anybody, that's what it is. We've got Andrew, the Wyvern Woodshed. Did I say Todd at Glen Cove Woodworks? I'm sure I did.
Oh, you
Malcolm
did say it again
Douglas.
then, that's okay, don't worry.
Malcolm Douglas. Don't you be saying things like that.
I haven't
Gatsy
said
Day
anything.
Woodwork. It's jumping on me now. James Crawford.
What?
Keep going. Jennifer Crafton Creations. Jeff Crone. It keeps jumping, so I'm just going down the list. Paul Hoyton, the Grease Paterna. Fred Gilliver. Ward Wilson. Doug Miller at Woodspun Round. It'll take a while, Katie. Jacked Up Leatherworks. Kev at 9K Creations.
That's a new name.
That is a new name, isn't it?
Nope.
Spirit Wind at Woodstone and Bone. Hi, Heather.
It's Heather.
Jumped again. Oh, Old Man River Woodturner. Old Barn Productions. It's all jumped.
Hi, Doug.
So I'm missing
Man
Tipsy Turner.
River.
The Yorkshire Git.
Glenn.
Oh no,
Stephen
Glenn's in.
Glenn.
No.
Oh no, yeah.
Now we can hear what we're saying, Glenn.
Yeah, you can hear now.
Yeah.
You just talk about me, be fine.
We've got the Woodwork Learner. Hi, Andy. Just keeping going. Malcolm Douglas. Probably said him twice now. Stephen Gordon. Have you finished?
Nothing? No, nothing.
Christine and Michael Hesseltine. You see, they volunteer me to do these things and then moan about it. I want to make stuff.
Nobody's won.
Aston, aye.
Aston. Chase is in too.
Gonna move my drink before it
I've
gets full
said
of
good
shrapnel.
evening, Chase. We've got William Rose Creates. Now, I know I've missed somebody because it was jumping quite a lot there.
Oh.
So I do apologise for anybody that I've missed. But you're still very welcome to point it out to me. And that. So there we go. That's got 55 people watching. Half of them I missed.
No, well, you haven't. You haven't. You got most of them. You get Jennifer Craft Creations, didn't you?
I did.
Just do it
That's
again. I'll
okay.
see what you say.
Just do it again. You do it.
You can actually do it from the participants list now, because most people have already said something. But there's a new name there. We've got
Yes, there was.
Glockstead from Bavaria.
Good evening.
I've not got that.
Glockstead. KOCH STEAD. I'm just having a quick look at his channel.
Oh yeah.
I've not looked. I've not seen that one.
And his
Well,
channel is
welcome.
called Riverloft, and he has 550 subscribers.
All right.
Welcome along, buddy. Nice to see you here. That's, I only spotted that one. So we have Katie along with us, guys. So I'm sure if you have been on Instagram, and if you haven't been on Instagram, jump over there now. And, you're all right. I've done it.
Oh, there you go. He's on it.
He's on it.
All over
No,
it like a rash.
too
All over
slow.
it like a rash. That's Katie's Instagram page. Nip over there and friend. I don't know. Is it? Do they call it friending on Instagram? Don't know if they do.
Following on Instagram.
Yeah,
and
follow.
Following on Instagram. That's it. Jump on follow Katie on Instagram. And let's see, can we help her out a bit? She hasn't got a YouTube channel. Sure you haven't.
I mean, I do, but the video's about 4 years old and really embarrassing, so please don't watch it.
Yeah, let's go and watch it.
Put the link in. Put the link in.
Oh, it's embarrassing. Oh, yeah.
Video on there is horrendous.
It's 4 years old, so she started it when she was 16, guys.
Nick Castle has joined us. Good evening, Nick. Well, I'm going to ask the first question, Katie. It's what got you into wood turning?
So I did Beavers, Cubs and Scouts when I was about 6 years old, and when we got into Scouts we did a night at the local woodturning club by me, which is Birstall Woodturning Club. So we kind of had like an experience night there. So I did my first night there and just, kind of left it for a couple of years. And when I came to do my DAV, you have to do like a skill for it. So I was like, oh well, I'll do woodturning as my skill. So I did. I just carried on at the club on a Wednesday night doing wood turning and then put it forward as my DAV skill. And then I just carried on doing it from there. And then Dan set up Taylor's Murfield about 2-3 years after I started at this club. And then I didn't do much while I was at college and I kind of lost it a little bit. I carried on pestering Dan for a job. Got a job with Dan after months and months of pestering and asking. And then it just kind of spiraled from there, and I've kind of grown and carried on and found a love for it in the last kind of 2 years, I guess.
Excellent.
That is good.
It's great to have some young people coming into the profession.
Definitely.
I was going to say that because predominantly it's the old codgers, isn't it?
Yeah,
the older generation, over my age.
Yeah.
It's old folks like me that kind of rule the roost, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they don't teach it at schools anymore, do they?
No.
So you don't get a chance to see that kind of hobby like you used to do. I mean, even when I was at school, I did wood turning. We've got Hampton wood turnings in. Good evening. So, excellent.
That's Scott Hampton.
Is
that is Scott, yeah. Hampton's wood turning. Scott Hampton.
Okay, fair enough.
He's a 360 Club member as well.
Okay. Are you going to be at Harrogate this year?
Yes.
Oh, good. We'll meet in person then.
Technically, I'll be there with Dan, but I'm going to get some demos in. Fingers crossed, Dan.
Cool.
So,
Dan, keep dropping Dan's name here. Are you listening, Dan?
This is Dan from Taylor's Milty, in case anybody doesn't know.
All the pressure's on Dan tonight.
Michelle Lusby's joined us.
Hi, Michelle.
Hi, Michelle.
How are you doing, girl?
Evening.
That's Michelle from the living room. She's just 2 doors away. No doubt she'll be giving me some abuse in a minute. So Chase is saying we just had this discussion today at work about how training and teaching the next generation of woodworkers is absolutely a must in order to carry on the knowledge and evolve the craft. You're absolutely 100% right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We need some young brains in here to try and take it and maybe not take it in a different direction completely, but add new ideas to it.
Keep it
And
alive.
encourage young people to have a go,
Yeah.
Yes.
because people are shy. A lot of people are shy at having a go of things and what have you. So you need to sort of not grab them, but certainly to have a go. I'll show you.
Yep. If we've got some young faces in there as well, I'll encourage other young people to join as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I
It's
think
not
it
seen
would,
it.
yeah.
It's a bit like bowling or something like that. You know, green bowling when they
Oh,
it seems
cranberry
to
bowling.
it's predominantly an old person sport, but there are some young
Yeah.
people getting into that too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
We've
and
actually
young people
got
are Go ahead.
Good thing,
one across from us, Crangley.
and the good thing is,
Thought
the younger
about
generation, the younger generation come up with new ideas.
Yeah. Do.
Most of the time.
Yeah, us old boys kind of stuck in a rut.
So it's kind of your responsibility, Katie, if you think about
It's
it, isn't it? And girls.
Have you
Girls
have
to
you,
do it.
have you seen
because
Dan's
girls don't
comment,
do it.
Katie?
Which one?
Unpaid.
Unpaid.
No, I missed that.
Yeah.
Tight ass.
I'll find someone else then.
Oh, demonstrate for somebody else, will you? Ooh,
Ooh.
careful.
No, I wouldn't.
Now, Jack
Yes,
at
you-
Leatherworks is
yes, you
saying
would.
we had the same problem with Leathercraft, but not so much anymore. That's right.
Mhm.
It's amazing how, Steve
So
Hill's in.
there's Coxted, as guy from
Oh,
Bulgaria
yes.
has said. How old is everyone here? I'm 37. He said.
Oh, I don't say how old I am.
Well, I'm 68.
I'm old enough
I'm
to be Coxted's mother,
Yeah,
and we're leaving it at that.
Katie's only a youngster.
Yeah, I'm 20, so
There you go.
I'm old enough to be Katie's mother.
Yeah.
Kev at 9K Creations is 63. Wow.
But
Malcolm
Brian's old enough
Douglas
to be
is
your granddad, so
78.
it doesn't-
I'm a dead guy.
Paul
Twice over,
Finley
Paul.
Woodturning Holmes joined us, and Frederick Rogan Noseguard has joined us as well.
Tim from TF Turning as well. Hi, Tim.
Welcome everybody. Thanks for coming over.
Yes.
Danny, did you say Danny? That Danny boy was in?
No,
Hi,
I
Danny.
haven't.
How you
There
doing?
he is now.
Evening, Danny boy. It's been a while. Now,
Yeah.
Woodwork Learner Andy has got a question for you, Katie. What do you like making the most?
oh god.
Resin. She just said resin. She likes doing
Oh, I
resin.
love
She loves
No, she
resin. She loves it with a passion. Absolutely passionate about resin.
No, definitely no. I don't know everything. I do a lot of big stuff and I do a lot of square. I like my squares. Anything that's challenging, really. I'm not a typical. Oh, I'm going to turn another bowl today. There's got to be something about it that makes it
Yeah,
exciting.
okay.
Thanks for that,
For me,
Kate. Thanks for that,
You need
Kate.
to talk to Steve about that.
Sorry, Steve.
You're gonna run out of things to turn in about 2 years. Katie.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Billy
newsflash.
Brown's in.
Hi, Billy. How you doing?
He says
Hi,
next
Billy.
week he's going to be 74.
Oh, wow.
That's
Happy
older than me. I feel quite young now. Yay!
Well, 2 people in the chat are older than you, Brian.
Don't you start. Just you keep turning. You made a nice job making a mortise on the bottom of that.
Thanks.
Look at Chase. I heard Joe was 29.
Yeah.
Blooming heck, I wish.
Your hearing's very bad, Chase, I have to say.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. And, Heather from Smirtwood says she's 39 again. I'm only 26 in my head. I don't care what everybody says.
I wish I
And
was
Doug from Pole
36
Barn,
again.
Doug from Pole Barn says, I'm 20 twice plus 14.
Very good. Now, Kev at 9K Creations is saying his grandson learns turning at school and he's 15 years old. Well, that's absolutely perfect. That's when I learned. I managed to do
Taylor.
2 legs out of 3 for a stool.
Taylor, Dan from Taylor's Milford is asking you a question, Katie.
I know I've seen it and I've chosen to ignore it.
You're not going to
Do you
ignore it
have any
because I'm
battle
going to
wounds
ask you.
from turning?
So do you have
Okay.
any battle wounds from turning?
In the 8 years I have been turning, I have one.
Oh.
It was his fault,
Oh.
which he's going to deny in the comments. So one of the square platters I did, I think it was mahogany or something like that. It was a square platter and he was stood behind me and I'd switched the lathe off and he said something. So I spun around and knocked my hand. So I was trying to show, where is it? See if I can get it. Just there. I have a nice scar.
On your knuckle.
Oh, I won't have that.
We can see it.
Put him for
Where
some
the
compensation there if I were you.
Where the corner obviously went straight into my hand.
You know what they
What's
say,
the blood
Katie?
stuff?
With his blame is a claim.
Where's
Yeah.
It's true.
All lies, he says. All lies.
Yeah, he would say that. He would say
Yeah,
that.
he would, wouldn't he? Yeah.
Now,
And he's supposed to be your mentor.
Well, exactly.
Disgusting.
now, Nick Castle's got a question for you, Katie.
Yeah.
Can you sing the Grit song? It's gonna come up.
We had this conversation.
We
We-
have a conversation, and I don't know the lyrics, so unfortunately not.
Don't you worry about that, Katie.
Joe, just you send her the words now.
Yeah, I'll practice.
It's the tune she won't know because she's not old enough to remember the
No.
Fairy Liquid advert.
Wow.
Right.
Oh dear, shocking.
So
Right, what are you doing with this bowl?
I'm just going to get that sanded up.
No.
And then I'm going
Nice,
to put a little bit of texturing on it.
Oh, texture.
Just a little bit of break it up a little bit because it's a bit. Oops, don't want that.
Plain. So Pilly is kind of plain timber.
Yeah. So let's get some dust extraction on.
What's your favourite wood to turn, Katie?
It's a very good question. I don't think I was gonna say I don't have an answer, but yeah, any burr. I love
Any
the grain
burr.
and the
Oh, you like the posh stuff, yeah? The
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah,
yeah. No, anything that's got a nice pattern in it and that's gonna come out of something like exciting. But the burrs are just there's something else out there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
They are actually, yeah.
And
Yeah,
Dan
pretty
reckons,
special.
Dan reckons he was teaching you a very important lesson by highlighting the importance of 100% focus, and she failed. Oops.
Dave
I don't
Ote, has anyone warned Katie about Joe singing?
Oh.
Well,
I did.
Gee, thanks, Dave.
The first thing I was warned about when I joined.
Just singing.
Hey,
Wasn't
there's
me.
worse.
I never said anything. You know me,
You
guys. I'm a soul of
Maybe
discretion.
rat.
It was Steve that warned, Gary. Wasn't me.
Yeah, it was actually. Yeah.
He did mention about ear defenders.
Oh, we've got Brian Altanera de Madeira, is it?
There he is.
it?
Like,
Brian with a
Yeah,
Y.
good evening, Brian.
Katie, that's Brian with the Y for everybody else.
Ah.
It's Colin. That's not correct. That's not the correct lyrics. It's for hands that feel pity. Quite pitted.
Dear. It's turned quite orangey, hasn't it now?
Was.
When it was first on the lathe, it was quite
Shiny. Red.
well, it wasn't as red as that, was it?
I don't know.
I try. I do. I try.
Very trying, Lynn would say.
Mind yourself.
This is of course true.
I'm working on full power today. Might not have been yesterday, but today I am.
Jacked up Leatherworks says you should try some mesquite, Katie.
What's that?
Guess what's
Yeah,
happening
like
next? Guess
kind of wood.
just to let you two know. Guess what's happening next Friday?
Oh, I don't know. Battle of the Makers.
Yeah.
Is it the Battle of the Makers next Friday?
Yes, it
Yes.
is the 29th, yep. Wake up, Joe. Goodness
Not the
sake.
29th next week.
Well, it's not the Battle of the Makers then, because the Battle of the Makers is on the 29th.
Oh, it's not next
I
week.
think
so
it
we
might be
got
on the 26th.
Is it not?
It's
Wait
the
a minute, till I-
22nd on Monday.
Wait, I will check my diary. Hi ho hey.
It must be the 26th then.
Yeah, the
Joe, you
29th
need
is
fish and
the
chips
I'm
again
checking that. I'm
soon.
checking. I'm checking.
Absolutely. Dan. Benjamin's in.
All right,
Well,
Ben.
it's the 20. It's the 26th. You're right.
God, that's come round.
It's come round really quick.
Dewey Shed's in.
Oh.
Good evening, Dewey.
I've got the fire on Monday. Oh, gee, whiz.
So I'll sound this up to 240. Just for Joe.
Doug Miller's in. Did you say hello, hi to Doug?
Oh, dear.
That was Glenn.
Oh, dear. Well, we'll have to see how we do next Friday then.
Ooh.
Yeah, you're one
Have
game
you ever
ahead.
watched the quiz, Katie? Have you ever watched the Battle of the Makers?
I haven't. I haven't.
You ain't missed
Never heard of
much.
it.
You ain't missed much.
Yeah, you missed a lot. It's a brilliant quiz of makers. We just have a bit of fun on a Friday night.
Fair enough.
Dewey Shed's got a question. Is there a hollowing tube, handheld, with a thickness gauge built on?
Yes,
Which one is it, Brian?
I have no idea. But there are a few of them that have like a guard that protects the cutter, and it allows the cutter to come out by sort of 1 or 2 mil, and you can adjust it.
Okay.
Glenn will tell you what they are. Glenn knows the name.
All right, I might put them in the chat then. Wesley Anna's in and is asking, does Katie have a YouTube channel, and is there a link in here somewhere? So we know about
She
the
has,
YouTube
she
channel.
has.
Yes.
But it won't be called Katie Turnings. Sure, it's not Katie.
I think it is actually.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay, let me go and have a look on
Never
YouTube.
so
See can I
simple.
find it. Oh, you shouldn't have said that. Katie has a Facebook and Instagram. Is that right, Katie?
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Can't link. I don't know how to link it.
I'll find it for you.
Hmm.
Katie.
Katie, what is your sanding and finishing protocol of choice?
Ooh,
This is from
Uh,
Doug Miller.
I typically sand from 120 up to 400, and then Yorkshire grit, microfine, and then whatever finish choosing.
Joe's excited with that. You don't, why do you sand to 400 when you only actually need to go to 200 or
I know.
240?
Before I started using Yorkshire grit, I always sanded up to 400.
Yeah.
So it drilled into me, and I can't not do that. I feel like it's
Okay.
not a dirt, so I always So it's just kind of common practice for me now.
It's not a bad habit, to be honest.
Just
No.
Won't do any harm. It just-
Woodworks is in. Good evening, Andrew.
the idea of the Yorkshire grit was to save all the dust from
Ridge.
240 upwards. That's the
Yeah.
idea. So if you're still creating, I think I've just found it, KT Turnings. 74 subscribers. Oh.
Ooh. I don't have any because I don't have a YouTube channel. So.
Does your video have a wood turned Babinga heart bowl?
She looks worried now.
Yeah,
She
it
looks
does.
worried.
Yeah.
It does.
It does. I thought it did.
It's really atrocious.
Everybody.
Everybody,
Katie's blushing,
but
yeah.
Katie, everybody has to start somewhere. Okay.
Well, sure, I might
They
find
do.
a way to delete that before anyone can watch.
You should leave it on there
Yeah.
because then people can see how you've progressed.
Well,
You better be quick because there's the link. So everybody just pop over there quickly and give show Katie some love. Give her some subscribers. Don't bother watching the video because apparently
Yeah.
it's not very good.
you don't need to. Fine, honestly.
But we need to encourage her to do some stuff on YouTube. So if we
Well-
can get her subscriber count
We
up,
do.
feel like I'm going to
Shall
have
we?
to put an updated video on now just to redeem myself.
Yes, you are.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
you
I
should,
agree.
because I've just subbed.
So have I.
Look at
Oh, great.
that. Doesn't that
Aston
look
has just
lovely?
subbed as well. So is Wesley.
So is Wesley.
So is
So
Colin.
is Colin.
And Rupert
So
Lerner.
is
And
Andy.
William
So
Rose.
is William. You
Thank you.
see? There you go.
Well,
So we'll have you at 100 subscribers. You can get your custom URL shortly.
yeah. I know what I'm doing this week.
Yep. Video for
So
YouTube.
do we. Gary Glass is in.
Yep. Gary
He's
subbed as
subbed
well.
And
Weval.
Andrew has. And Dave.
Andrew. Yeah, you go. Look at that.
And Heather. There we go.
That's fabulous, guys.
It is absolutely
That-
fabulous.
Dan has just said he's unsubscribed.
Said he's unsubscribed.
About time as well.
Don't be such a meanie, Dan.
I know who I'm unfollowing.
Yeah. Bye, Dan.
All right, give that another coat.
Wow. I'm going to have to go back and have a look, see how many you've got now. Refresh that page. Why is it not refreshing?
Chase is
Katie,
saying he needs
Katie.
40 more for his 100.
You've got 107 subscribers now, Katie.
Really? Oh, great.
Yep.
No pressure, Katie.
No pressure.
Woodwork Learner says, I've got 14 subscribers with the total rubbish as videos.
Well,
So
I'll
there's
follow.
hope.
Yeah, don't go back and look at my original video.
Or mine.
Right, don't,
Yeah.
don't go look at any of my videos.
I was got my camera before I was on here, and I was looking at some of the old videos I turned about 3-4 years ago, and
Mhm.
I don't even know what I'm doing. It's atrocious.
Yeah, but that's
Well,
good. That's good to look back because you now see how you've progressed and how you've learned yourself or how you've been taught or whatever.
I
So-
was shouting, "What are you doing, get?"
Right, Yorkshire grit, just for
It's
Joe.
It's a good thing to.
Ah.
This
to
is
look
your
back
this
on,
is
I
your
think.
30-second warning, folks.
Now Todd is saying, nice your toy, Steve.
Oh, thanks, Todd.
Oh,
All right,
Chatoyant. I'm not sure that's how you spell that, is it?
I don't know. I knew what he meant.
Jennifer's Crafts and Creations needs 11 subs to get to 475, guys.
I wonder if there's going to be a 500 giveaway.
Oh, I would think there probably would be.
Aston's just said, mute. Gee.
Have you put Yorkshire Grit on that yet, Steve?
it's on. I'm working it in, mate. I'm working it in.
All right,
It's
okay.
just now. Hands that feel pity can be soft as your face with light brown Yorkshire gritty.
Sorry about that, guys. I kind of reminded Joe there. So he's almost got away with it.
Lock your pets away quickly. Thanks, Andy.
You can just feel the
Leslie's-
love.
And Wesley's heading up towards 500 subscribers as well. I like to share the love on this channel.
Hmm,
Let's have a
Yeah.
look.
reflective shine.
Lynn
See
Sack
how
Joe, she
the-
had to be told to sing. I thought it was still putting a second coat of sanding sealer on.
Yeah, I've done that. Just want to take a notice, were you, Joe?
Well, I'm answering questions.
You're not answering questions. What question did you answer?
Oh, I've answered
I
loads.
missed a question. Did I miss one? Lord Wilson
Lord
says
Wilson.
his horse just bolted.
Woodwork Learner, sorry, shaking with pain now.
Stress not. I stress not.
I don't know.
Right, let's have a look at this piece of wood. Where are we now? What size was that mortar you put on there, Steve?
52 mil. Is that all right?
Perfect for an SK. I was going to say an SK4. There. It's an SC4.
SK4. Is that a new record power truck? Or?
Steve's Krafts 4.
Katie, do you have an SK114 by any chance?
No, not yet. Not yet.
You never know.
An SK114? What's that? Who mentioned that terrible truck?
Ash at Katie Sheds in.
Hi, Ash.
Evening.
Ash.
So for those that don't know, we've got Katie Armstrong here, who is from Katie Turnings. First with Dan at Taylor's Millsfield. If you have any questions for young Katie, fire them in the chat.
So it seems that's a nice wood. Let's use the microphone on it as well. And the good thing about using the microphone, Kate, is there's no song for it, so your ears will be safe.
Bet you're gutted, aren't you?
Yeah, guys, totally.
We'll write a microphone song, Joe.
Yeah, we'll have to do one, won't we?
You do that. You do that, Katie.
get me on
I'm
back.
looking forward to hearing that already.
Are you any good at singing, Katie?
As long as Joe's not singing.
Just eat Brian.
Wood Wizard by Colin says, damn, and that's stunning. This is a bit nice. Shines up well, that stuff.
Yeah, it does.
Now, Wesley's saying, thanks to Steve's #Fruit Week challenge, I got an order for turned fruit and a square walnut dish.
Oh, well done. Nice.
Excellent.
It's all right, isn't it?
Yeah, I got an order for fruit too.
Tesco's got our
Right.
order for fruit.
Yeah, my sister wants a whole pile of it. She's already got a whole pile of natural stuff. Now she wants coloured stuff. That's my son
Question
coming
from Glenn
down the stairs.
for Katie. Has Dan put your wages up yet?
Oh, that's a touchy subject. I don't think I'm allowed to talk about that.
I think
Right,
you should
okay.
talk about it. I mean, let's try and shame him into submission.
Bringing up the age.
Dan's now sitting there shaking.
No, I don't think he has. No.
I can't ever imagine Dan shaking.
So it happens.
So Todd at Glen Cove Woodworks has just said a beautiful Barbinga heart bowl. So he must have watched that.
Oh, thank you.
Oh. Scott Hampton's Woodwork says, if I hit 500 subscribers on my channel, I'll do a live demo on making a platter with a coloured rim and give it away.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Oh, well, let's have a wee look.
He's got 6 subscribers.
No, he hasn't. He has a few more than.
Big Jews is in.
Hi, Mick.
He's got a long way to go. He's got 214 subscribers currently.
Mhm.
But I tell you what we'll do. We'll give Scott a bit of a shout out. And I'll pop his name in the chat. So there we go, Scott. There's your channel. That's Scott's channel. If anybody wants to nip over and show Scott a bit of love too. And let's try and boost his channel a bit.
Gwyn says he thought he'd broached the subject.
Start broach the subject.
Mick Jew says Steve's a bit generous with the Yorkshire Great. Does he get it free?
No.
With a laughy face. And Tom Tango Parker has joined us. Good evening.
70 people watching, Steve.
Oh, thank you, everybody.
So now we're going to get in the next sort of 20-minute segment of this show this evening. We're going to have Katie's life story.
We really don't want to go into
This-
that.
This could be quite short, guys, because you're
Katie.
not that old.
This is your life. You're perhaps not old enough to remember that.
Yeah, she
Oh,
probably
no,
is.
maybe not
No.
now. The Klondike Craftsman's in. Good evening, Lewis.
All right, Lewis, how you doing, bud?
If you think she's only 20, Steve, that means she was born in 2002.
I know I've got a daughter that was born in 2001. She's
I
making-
am seriously old now.
I'm just going to get my Zimmer
Wow.
frame out and stick so I can get at the workshop tonight. Right. So that's with the Yorkshire Grip Microfine.
Has Lewis appeared? Did Lewis come in?
Yeah,
Yes, it's going.
Oh, hi,
Driving and
Lewis.
listening, he says.
Oh, he's driving and listening again. Well, it's better than driving than watching, I
Yeah,
suppose.
be safe, mate. Be safe.
Be safe is right.
Right, so I'm going to put a little bit of texture in the bottom of this. With the Robert Sorby mini texturing tool.
Oh, you're just going to put a little bit in the mortars?
Yeah, and I might put a little bit on here somewhere.
Okay. That's what everybody does, up near the rim somewhere.
All right, well, I won't do it then.
Something different. Well, we're trying to think. See, we've got this new young girl in here. We need to think of new ideas. What do you think, Katie? Where should you put the texture?
I don't know. I don't do texturing, so I'm probably not the best person to ask.
Okay.
Katie doesn't do
Would you
texture.
like to do texturing?
I've done it once, and it was. I don't even have a texturing tool, so something I need to get. It's something I should do, and I should try to do. Just haven't yet.
So it's a bit like resin then. You're not really impressed.
I
She loves resin, really, by the way, guys. She absolutely loves it. She told me that before we started. She
don't
loves
hate
turning it.
My
Loves the
favourite.
mess.
Oh, that I do love.
Gary Glass says don't texture it. It doesn't need it.
Oh, well, too late now.
It's too late, Gary.
I think that looks nice.
That's enough.
I don't think it needs any more.
That's fine.
Put a little line either side of it with the skew.
It's you.
The skew.
What angle is your skew ground to, Steve?
I don't know, whatever Pete said it at when he came down.
It's 20 degrees then. He changed it from 25 to 20. I thought maybe you had reground it since.
No.
Mike Walt's voice sounds different.
Mike went in there.
Mike, what? Sorry, Lewis? Mike Wald?
Well,
Right.
Oh, Kevin 9K Creation says someone is sending him some bike derailleur gears to make a texturing tool out of. That's a really good idea, Kev. Because they derailleur gears are quite flat.
Right.
They would give you a different texture.
Yeah.
And David J. Heath has
quite-
joined us.
They're quite coarse and all.
evening, David.
Right, so get some
How are you
embellishments.
finding that to turn, Steve?
Nice, turn them well.
My tongue's all right. It's good.
That's
It can
Hard
be a
wood, isn't
bit dusty,
it? Yeah, it's dusty.
but it turns okay with sharp tools.
That's where I'm going wrong. Right, so
Sharp tools.
gold
Dan-
embellishing
Dan-
wax.
So Dan says he's going to talk to Crown on Katie's behalf for a texturing tool, I take it.
There you go.
Aw.
Yeah.
Doug just asked the question, what colour wax are you going to use?
Gold.
Ta-da!
Gold.
It's gold.
There's a song in there somewhere.
No chance of asking the chat what they would like or anything. Just made a decision, just done
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Like
Oh well.
they always lead me. They like you. They always lead me down the wrong rabbit warren.
No, we do not. No, always try and keep you on the straight and narrow.
Glyn says, see, Katie, I've shamed Dan into getting you new tools.
Oh.
Yeah. Glenn just got them yet.
Yeah. I'll post the proof.
Yeah. Screenshot it.
Yeah, but there's witnesses on here. That is
There
gonna
is,
have a
there
word.
is.
I need to
Haven't
buy
you
some
bought
pen.
Bob's in.
I need to buy some pen kits.
Yeah.
Those are better give
I
Dan
know
a
where you
shout,
could get
wouldn't
some.
I know, yeah.
I know where
I
you
know
can get some pen kits.
they? Yeah, Dan at Taylor Millfield. Is that what you're saying?
Right. Let's buff this off.
Dave Oakley says, Glenn, see if you can shame someone and give him Brian an SK114. No. Oops. Now, Dan. Dan's just said, I've got a Yorkshire grit order to replace, so pipe down, you Yorkshire wit.
And Andy's asking, Brian, is Steve using the embellishing wax properly?
He's using it absolutely perfectly well. He's much, much better than I am. I get a bit heavy-handed with it. But it's easy on that kind of stuff. 'Cause
yeah, I mean, look at, coming up
It's
beautiful,
nice.
isn't it, really?
Yep.
Very nice.
That Chatoyance is...
She's got a new word. She's got a new word.
Shut up.
Chatoyance.
Woodbury by Colin says, I love the pens you did, Brian. Thank you very much, Colin. Appreciate
weren't
that,
bad.
sir. Yorkshire Grit just said, certainly, sir. Shuts up. What he meant to say was, certainly, sir, walks away with tail between legs. I was waiting for the comment coming back there in the background, but it didn't come.
He ain't got it yet. Right, so I'm just going to put another little coat over it.
Sorry, Brian. I didn't recognise the new voice. The new voice is Katie from Katie Turning. Katie.
Ah. So Katie and I are picking on Brian this evening.
No change there then, eh? Do I care? I don't think I do.
Did you hear that response from Glyn there, Brian?
No, I missed it.
Shut it, Oosby.
Oops. Shut it, Oosby. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
Is that more like it?
Yeah, that's more. That's the Glenn I'm used to. I was starting to worry had he mellowed in his old age.
Not a chance.
Can't believe
Not
that.
a chance. No. You've met Glyn, haven't you, Katie?
Multiple times, yeah.
Yeah.
Very memorable.
Oh, yeah.
Regulars having to go.
Oh, bye, Fred. See you later, mate.
Thanks for coming over, Fred. So,
Just says, Joe, you missed last night's fun. Pick on Shug night.
so there we go.
Hugh Lionheart.
Unfortunately, I was hanging
That's
over
absolutely-
yesterday, Chase.
That's absolutely beautiful, Steve.
It's very
It
nice.
is, isn't it? That is
Yep. Good job,
lovely.
mate.
What's it got in it, Joe? Joe, what's it got in it?
What's what got in it?
What's
A bit of
what's
wood.
it got in it? It's got some something.
Chatoyance.
Woodworthy by Colin says, question. Is that chestnut metallic wax?
No.
Yes, it's not.
No, it's Hampshire Sheen embellishing wax. I still haven't cracked the rainbow waxes yet. But
I
you can just see the.
bought some.
There, you see on there.
I
Just see
bought
the.
some. Yeah,
Go on.
that's
Sorry, Mark.
beautiful, Steve.
Just
No,
can,
you're
you,
all right, mate.
can you see the gold in the grain or not?
Just
Mm.
the camera's just picking it up, Steve.
It goes together lovely, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Then we just got to do it without going through the bottom. We'll be happy days.
Now, see, Andy the Woodward Leonard says, Brian, he says, Brian, I remember someone saying they were not going to make pens, especially resin ones. Well, you see, I actually didn't say that. But I don't like turning resin. I don't like big pieces of resin. Pens I can just about handle. And the other thing
Not so
about
much
that is,
mess.
I got sent lots of lovely blanks, and I couldn't not turn them. It would be rude not to turn them. So I did turn them.
Right.
Well, you could have sent them back.
What do you want them back? I'll send them back. Turn them now. You can have them if you want.
No, I'm just saying. If you didn't want them, you could have sent them back.
Where is that? Where is that? Those pens? Where are they? Where are these? There they are.
Kev at 9K Creations is
Oops.
asking why the second coat.
To give it
You on
the.
about the
It gives it a more of a deeper gloss because I don't want to put a finishing wax over the top of it because with the embellishing it would fill with a clear wax, so when it dries you get white in the embellishing. So
Just drop that in.
with the second coat of embellishing wax, it just acts as a second coat of wax to give you more of a shine on your piece.
It's not very shiny, that.
There we go. And Doug's got a question for Katie. What has been your favourite turning to date?
Ooh. I have 2, maybe 3. My top one, I did Neil Lawton gifted an elm burr, and it was he gifted it to be raffled off, so I turned it and then raffled it off for a young girl that lives up by me that's got cancer, and she needed it to fund treatment and stuff. So it turned beautifully, it looked beautiful, and it was for a great cause. And every time someone, it's on display in the shop, and every time someone comes up to pick it up, and I'm just, it's my proudest piece. So I'd probably have to say that it is somewhere.
Excellent.
But it's my favourite.
All right, we'll have to look for it, won't we?
I'll probably tag it in the. I can tag the comments. So I can probably tag that one in.
Do it then.
Why not? Yeah. Billy Brown says, Mr. Star, what's the word? It's Sapele.
Or
Billy.
Sapelli.
Or Sapele. Sapele. And
Ben Jamin's asking, what do you use for sharpening, Katie?
Oh, controversy. We have a Pro Edge in the classroom, so I use that because I didn't have to pay for it.
Perfect. I use the Pro Edge all the time. A Pro Edge with a diamond belt works wonders for me.
Mm-hmm.
nice one.
It's easy to use and it's instantly repeatable every time you get the same grind.
Yeah. So
No
easy.
messing about.
No.
Yep.
Chase is
ball-
asking, is that the witch I could see peeking around the lathe?
Who's
That
that?
is the
Is she
witch.
still there?
Who said
Yep,
that, Ben?
That is the witch.
No, it's Chase,
Chase.
from Wedgwood.
Ah.
I think Chase is just stunting a wee bit because Ben's appeared.
John McDonald's in.
Wesley Hannah says that's a beautiful piece, Katie.
Thank you.
Must have
Just
a quick
about to
at it
look.
myself. Oh, I shouldn't have done that.
No, you shouldn't.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
What did you finish that with, Katie?
It's finishing oil actually. It's
Okay.
there's a few layers on it, but it came up
Yeah,
quite.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Mm.
Lovely piece of work. Yep. Very nice.
Sharpen my gouge.
It's a lovely piece of work. I think I'll have a little couple of little burr bows in here too. Small ones. Good sized burrs are hard to come by or expensive to buy.
Yeah.
Is it me or Steve? Oh, no, I am. I was thinking he'd
Gone.
frozen.
Sharpening his gouge.
Ah,
Don't know what's happened. I hope he's not.
What's the matter
Are
with
you
you?
there?
Yeah,
Are
I'm,
you
sharp-
there, Steve?
yeah, I'm sharpening my gouge.
No. You've not got a camera on that Pro Edge yet.
Oh yeah, I could have put it on, couldn't I?
Oh, you could have, yeah. Oh, sorry. Did somebody wake me up then?
People will know
Mick
how
G-
to use a Pro Edge.
Mick G said that's a beautiful elm bowl.
Thank you.
I take it that's an elm burr you.
Yeah. Oi.
Hi, Mick. You reckon the house, Katie?
I am.
Katie's knocking things down, guys. I can see, but you can't.
Very technical setup. So
Could have been worse. I've knocked the camera down before this.
there you go. At least
oh, look at this.
sing a
Lewis
song.
says, sing a song, Joe. Ah, come
Sing
on.
a song of
Clint
sixpence,
told me-
pocket for the
Clint,
eye.
I've tried twice in the past 2 days, and I've been told to shut up both times by Glenn.
I tell you what, YouTube is a
What?
mile behind.
Mm.
Yeah, it is.
I've just had to refresh the page. And suddenly I've got, what happened there?
No idea. What you call a deer with no eyes.
Oh, I don't know.
Sorry.
No idea.
That was quite witty for you, Joe.
It was a bit.
Yeah.
I've lost YouTube. Why is this not? There we go. That's me talking to myself again, guys. I'm just trying to figure my way through this computer.
So
Oh, you're
do you
back.
feel
There we
that
go.
you make sense to yourself when you're talking to yourself?
Always. The only place I get an intelligent conversation is with myself in my own head. But I talk out loud, so it's a strange thing.
That's frightening. Oops.
Oh, well, Andy, the woodwork learner, how very dare you? He says, Glenn, do your diamond belt vanish before or after Brian got his belt? I think it was
Paul
long
Barnes,
before.
absolutely. Bye for now. And Glenn says, does that mean Steve has already gone through the bottom?
I don't.
Steve.
Steve hasn't had a funnel for a long time.
Oh, thanks for that, Brian.
Jinx.
It's okay, mate.
Jinx.
It's okay. You've got a depth gauge.
That's got plenty of meat on there.
Yeah. Well, you do usually leave the bottoms about an inch thick these days.
Oh, stack 'em and rack 'em.
Oh,
Inch and a half, maybe.
Better be safe than sorry.
I've lost you.
What have you done there, Katie? She's
Thanks.
broke it.
Lost you there.
Has Katie broke it? Blame Katie.
What have I broken?
Benjamin says, do the voices tell you to stop being tight and just get an SK114, Brian? No, they do not.
What's the deal with the SK114 then?
Brian does not have one.
I haven't got one.
People want him to get one.
Does Brian want one?
He says not, but I think if he was offered one, he would.
I know a company that's going to start stocking them very soon, and we could probably do you a deal on one.
Oh, would you? Yeah.
Oh,
I've already said on most of my live YouTube shows.
Well,
that,
not most of them, all of them.
Okay, all of them. When Axminster send me one to try, I'll maybe consider having one. But they're too expensive, Katie.
They are. Yeah, they're not. Well, they're not cheap.
No, it's almost £500 for the
Really?
SK114 and the set of O'Donnell jaws.
Right.
So.
Well, Taylor's Merfield may have them very soon. So you know, if you're ever out in the market for one,
I will certainly keep you in mind. Dave always said, you also said YouTube you would not turn resin, Brian. But you did. I did. But that was because Steve sent me it. See, Steve sent me the big lump of resin to turn, and I turned the gold egg. Well, I wouldn't have turned it because I don't have any. Steve's fault.
Always Steve's fault.
Another question for you, Katie.
Where is my
From
gold
Doug
egg?
Miller. What has been your most hated turning to date?
Oh.
I don't know.
Katie doesn't hate turning at all. She loves everything.
No, I don't think there's anything I've turned that I hated. You've got me thinking now. I don't know.
Oh, there it is.
There was one, right, and I don't hate it. I'm frustrated with it. So I did. Okay. Emma, the Tiny Turner, gave me a big square platter, and it was quite shallow. So I tried to steam it to warp it after I turned it, and instead of it snapped. And again, not my fault, but I won't name names.
Dan.
So there was too much pressure put on by someone very heavy-handed, and it snapped.
That was definitely done.
Gutted about it, and I laced it back together, and I've still got it. I just don't like it. So probably that, but I didn't hate turning it. I just don't like how it looks now. That makes sense.
Okay.
There you are.
Copperall Woodturning is in.
Hi, Rob.
Earlier on.
Was Rob in earlier? Don't know.
No, I don't think he was.
Doug from Pole Barn said he was leaving half an hour ago. He's still here.
Yeah, I know. It's got tomatoes to can.
Oh, it's tomatoes to can, is he? Get on with the tomato canning. Colin from Wood Wizardry says, Katie, have you joined the funnel club yet?
I have. Not to great.
Yay!
They're the ones I have. They're about this big in the bottom. The hole is tiny, but yes, I have twice. The first ball I ever turned, and the first lesson I ever did.
It
Well-
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how small the hole is. It's still,
Still
a
a
hole.
hole.
Still part of the funnel club, yes.
Yeah, I
Do you
joined
have
it
the
half a dozen
T-shirt?
times.
And a proud member. I'm a proud member.
It's
We call it a £10 hole. We do.
so
Yeah.
when Steve's had a few funnels as well. We did 2 in a row.
Yeah,
Oh.
consistency. It's about keeping consistency.
It's consistent.
True.
So actually turning a funnel using a chisel is okay. When you reverse
Yeah.
mount it and then sand through the bottom, you know you've went too thin. And the only person I've ever seen doing that is Mark, the gentle woodturner. And Mark's not here to defend himself, thankfully.
No.
He isn't now.
He's actually demonstrating tonight somewhere in Portsmouth, Portsmouth,
Portsmouth, isn't it?
Plymouth, I think, is it not?
Yeah, where Terry used to live.
Down south,
Yeah, where Terry's club was.
Plymouth.
Terry Bartlett.
Plymouth.
That's why Terry B's not in tonight. Because they have a club meeting tonight. Or a club demo. And Mark the General would turn it as a said demonstrator. Kev just mentioned the thin turning challenge, which I have still to do yet. Turn the thin piece. Have you ever turned anything really thin, Katie?
I had not.
Not on purpose.
Yeah, pretty much. I have a couple of balls that have a nice ring in the bottom, but they're not hollow. They're not funnel club. They just have a nice like light that shines through. And I've done
Okay.
a, but nothing like intention. Like no wet turned thin. Like you can see a
Okay.
lot.
Yeah. None that you've actually shoved the light in and tried to turn the outside to get it even thinner. Yeah, that kind of turning.
I've never done any. I want to, but I haven't done it
Yeah.
There you go.
It's interesting.
yet.
We did it. We did a thin turn challenge last year sometime.
You
I
did.
think Wayne the woodturner got it really thin, way just below 1 mil.
Well,
Mark the general woodturner got it just about 1.2 mil or something, and I blew mine up.
yeah.
Yours was
I think
no
that's the one
clipping.
I fell asleep on.
Mine just exploded. Yeah, that was a live Joe.
Yeah.
fell asleep.
That's why we let her sing, Katie, so she don't fall asleep.
Yeah,
True.
and Glenn says just show him the platter he did at Glenn Lucas's. Yeah, because that's kind of paper thin in the bottom too. Wonder where that is.
What, deliberately?
No.
Everything.
No, he's just too heavy-handed. No, that's mine because there's a bit of meat in that one. This is
That'll be
Glenn's.
Glenn's.
This is Glenn's. If I shine light through that, you see through it.
Hmm.
So that was mine, and that's Glenn's.
Lovely.
But Glenn's one is as thin. You can, if you rub your fingers on both sides of it, you can feel your fingers. You can feel it moving. You can feel it flexing, you know. So it is a bit thin. Dan says it's getting late for me now. Is Dan shut up early? It's not even 9 o'clock yet.
No.
But he's
So
got
he's going to
two
say,
young
he says,
ones.
he's going to say good night. An entertaining night as always. Well done, Steve and Katie. Smashing it as always, Katie. Keep it up. You're doing great. Oh, not very nice.
Isn't that
Yeah,
nice?
You're no creep, Dan.
So what you sanded up to now then, Steve?
I'm going to stand up to 240.
Oh no, not the 240 grand. No.
That was
Right,
180.
and where are you?
This is the 240.
All right.
This is the 240. So this is your 30-second warning, guys. Get your rear defenders in.
Whoop.
That's why you're back on the list.
Make sure the cat's out of earshot. Ward, catch that horse again, quick. Halter it this time. Yeah, Kevin 9K Creations is right.
Mm.
The tiny turner says it's turners like it thin, but customers like it chunky. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Customers like to be able to pick something up and feel the weight of it.
Yeah.
Turners
Yeah,
like to turn
I
something
agree.
thin just to say they can do it.
That's correct.
No other reason. I personally don't see the point, but
No, I don't either.
just take that sharp edge off of there. So it's not a guillotine.
Gary Classy just said, "Ban down the hatches."
Down the hatches. Right, so that is sanded up to 240 grit.
Oh, Doug's asking Katie, do you sell your work?
I don't make stuff to sell, but if someone wanted to buy something that I made, then I sell it. So yes and no.
That's a bit like myself, Gary. I don't purposely try and sell anything, to be honest.
Yeah.
Although I have got 3 things listed on my Made Me shop. I do have a Made Me shop. There's 3 things listed on it.
Unless someone approaches me and asks something specific, I don't make anything to sell.
Yeah.
So.
Night, Dan.
See you,
Good night, Dan.
Thanks for coming in,
Talk to
Dan.
you later, buddy.
Hi.
Chisky Wood
Give me a shout
Creations
Monday.
is in. Good evening, Chisky.
Hi, Chrisky.
Right, so sand and sealer.
Oh,
Pin this down a little bit because it's a bit gloopy.
Kevin 9K Creation said he's hardly passed its MOT today.
Is what?
He's hardly.
Harley.
Oh, Harley.
Harley Davidson.
Oh, awesome.
Excellent.
Ah, there it is. Got going on the finners here.
Yeah,
I
what
can't
he
find
says,
it.
Yeah, but it says Lewis is just in time to hear Joe sing again. You've no call to put that inflection in your voice there, Dave. Again.
The enthusiasm. Right.
It's getting dark in my office.
No, it's getting
I
dark.
may have to put a light on. A light source.
It is dark here, but I like it. I like it dark.
Winter's on this way.
It is.
Just put a light source on behind. Nicer fair drawn in, is that what they say? Susie the Swiss Woodturner says, question for Katie. Could Katie tell her story how she got into woodturning again for those who have joined after she told it?
Yes, I can. So I've been turning for almost 8 years. I did beavers, cubs, and scouts, and then when I got into scouts, we did a night wood turning as kind of like an experience kind of thing. And then I came to do my DV at school, and we needed a skill for it. So I did my skill. I did wood turning for my skill, and then kind of carried on from there. I work with Dan at Tales Murfield, who set up about 2-3 years after I joined the club, and I kind of pestered him for a job until he gave me one. Kind of stopped. We didn't do. I still turned, but I didn't do as much while I was at college. And then after I finished college, I went full time with Dan, and kind of it's spiraled from there. And it's kind of now a full time thing as opposed to just a hobby. So that's the main through scouts and DAV.
There you go. What did you study at college, Katie?
I studied at college actually. I did a level 3 acting course.
Oh, cool.
I regret it.
Do you?
I don't regret it. I enjoyed it. But it's not really got me anywhere, if that makes sense. I kind of did it because I enjoyed it at the time, but the reality is I was never really going to carry it on or do anything with it.
Yeah, but it would have developed your self-confidence a whole lot.
Absolutely, yeah. I won't be able to sit on a live and do this had I not done it, I don't think. Or I won't be on it.
It's a fabulous. I used to get involved. I used to work in a school, and I was I used to help the drama department with their shows and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I did all the scenery and stage management for them.
Oh yeah.
The kids were fabulous. It really does so much for their self-confidence. It's a fabulous
Yeah.
thing to do.
I enjoyed
Absolutely.
it. It did a lot for
Yeah.
me, but I wish I'd done something in hindsight now, woodworking related. But at the
Yeah.
time, I wasn't. I wasn't into it like I am now, so it didn't really make sense at the time. But I kind of wish I had done something like that now. But you know, it's all a learning curve.
That's what it is,
It
Katie.
is. It is.
It'll not do you any harm. In 20 years' time, you won't look back and say, I wished I had.
Yeah, well, that's
So
exactly it.
you'll be fine. You'll be grand. Lewis is asking, is that Sapelli? And it is, Lewis. You're 100% right. And Chase is asking, how far did you go in the Scouts, Katie?
I did beavers. Started beavers when I was younger. My mum was the leader, so kind of been in scouting since I was about 5, and I'm currently a leader for cubs at the place I used to go. So I've gone all the way. Essentially, I'm still there. Once you're in, you kind of can't get out.
Yeah.
So I'm stuck there for life now.
Well, you were kind of captured when your mum was in it, weren't you?
Yeah.
Well, that's it.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, it's only me and my brothers that having anything to do with it now. We're all leaders at the same place. So yeah.
That's good. Well done, you.
That's good because you put them back what you had out of it. So.
Well, exactly. That's exactly my viewpoint on it. Yeah.
Yeah, Andy the Woodwork Learner says he remembers when there was an overnight announcement allowing girls to join the Scouts.
Funny thing is, I was the first female scout, first female beaver cub and scout in my group.
There you go.
Right.
And Scott Dunn is asking, what are your future aspirations? She's got a long time to go in the future.
Yeah.
These might change a bit.
Who knows? Ideally, woodturning, woodworking related in some way or another, but as everybody here knows, it's not overly easy to make a living out of it. So hopefully, I want to keep in it and I want to keep at it. If I can progress at Taylor's and Taylor's keeps going the way it is, then, I'll own that one day. No. Teaching and demoing, he's gone now, so I can say whatever I want.
Yeah, you can.
Just remember, you can watch it back later, though.
You can, yeah. As long as we run lessons and stuff from Taylor's Murfield now, and I'm joining in on all that. So ideally, that'll progress, and I'll teach and demo and stuff, and just encourage everybody else to get into it, I guess.
Excellent. Good job. So we need some youngsters getting in the bottom.
Can be soft as your face. We like brown, Yorkshire gritty. The next question is from Brian with a Y. Is what lathes do you use at home, Katie?
So I don't currently have a lathe at home. We had a shed built in 2019 August, and it's never had any electrics put to it. Now, as much as they all talk about, and we talk about getting electrics put to it, it's never happened, and it's now full of everybody else's stuff. There's 6. I live with my grandparents, and there's 6 of us in the house, so there's a lot of stuff, and it's all subsequently been piled in there. So I did have an Nova, but it just kind of sat and rusted. So
sacrilege.
So if I do any turning, it's 5 minutes away from my house, so it just makes sense to go down there and use the big lathe than
it does.
Then turn it home.
Lewis, Katie is on YouTube. We've just I just put her channel up a minute ago. Let's just see.
This
is it. I will put it up again just for you, Lewis.
Anybody's having to
She's
go?
only got one video up currently, but she promises that she'll go make some more.
I'm gonna have to redeem myself. It's about 4 years old.
So that's Katie's YouTube, and she's also on Instagram that you can follow. And Instagram's her main thing. All right, Katie?
Yeah.
That's what you like to do.
Right. Well, I keep things most updated, so.
Well, Dr. Bob is saying I have turned over 1,000 urns since 1980 for a resting place. It all started when my best friend's ashes was retired in a cheap wooden box. That started me doing urns, and I refused to take any dollars for vets.
Well done.
That's good.
Oh, well done.
Oh,
And that's Katie's Instagram page.
that's the updated one.
Mark Harvey's in. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Right, so just buff this grit off. Then we'll do the same as we did the outside. Give it a coat of microfine.
Katie, did you go to the Conkers weekend?
Yes, I was there all
Nick
weekend. Yeah.
Castle's asking that.
I was on the Taylor's Murfield stand.
Yeah, that made it work.
Yeah, I
Yep.
did. Yeah.
Quite
I,
right, Jay.
I see the pictures. Every picture I saw of the Murfield stand, Katie was on the lathe working.
It was. Yeah. It was. It's about right. It's about the standard for Taylor's Murfield.
Yeah. Funny you should say that. It's a bit
He
like
must-
that with Yorkshire Grit.
Yeah, he must have learned from Glenn.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently he goes to the shows and disappears.
Oh, he does.
But I've seen that
And then comes back every now and again, lifts the money and goes away again.
Yep.
Apparently, I mean, I don't know this, like, but I've heard rumours of this,
And
I'm
then he
getting the
moans.
look now from Glenn.
happen.
as it should be.
Glyn calls it networking. That's what Glyn calls it.
Glenn does call it networking, yes.
Why is my YouTube not working?
Now, Lewis is saying both links send him to Instagram.
Oh, sorry. Did you not get the YouTube one? Hold on, I'll send you the YouTube one.
Now, Richard Phelan's in.
Copy,
Hi, Richard.
Evening, Richard.
paste. That's YouTube. There you go. That's the YouTube link there, Lewis. We've just increased Katie's subscriber count from 75 to 111.
Wow. Well done.
Oh,
Excellent.
Well done, guys. Everybody in the chat who nipped across and
thank
showed
you very
Katie
much.
some love.
Glenn has to
She can
keep
now-
doing a manner that she's become accustomed to.
Katie can now get her custom URL.
Yeah.
And start putting some videos up.
Mm.
Mm,
I'm gonna have to now, aren't I?
Yep.
Yeah. Not that there's any pressure, but
No
yeah.
pressure or anything, like absolutely no pressure. This is turning out to be really nice, Steve, I have to say.
Mm.
Thanks, Brian. Just another bowl.
You're welcome, mate. Just another bowl. Just another small round brown thing.
Round, funny enough you say that, round.
Round and brown.
Mm.
It's a bowl.
Not another bowl.
Jacked Up Leatherworks says he's at 137 subscribers and he still can't make a custom URL. It sometimes takes a while for YouTube to get round to inviting you to do that. So you kind of have to wait for them.
Right, so I'm just going to put plain. Just put some normal wax on this.
What are you going to use? What are you fancying?
More Yorkshire Grit.
Hampshire Sheen.
Yep. I like Hampshire.
High gloss.
Yeah, I like a high gloss wax.
Yeah, me too.
You go to.
I don't care what anybody else says, shiny sells. If you take stuff to a fair or something, shiny stuff will sell before plain stuff.
Yeah, I agree.
Particularly if it's aimed at the female market.
They like their
Women
bling.
like- women like shiny
Do you
things.
like our bling? Of course we do.
So get a polishing cloth. I'm tight, so I'll cut it in half.
You're absolutely right there, Lewis. Lewis just said we were all after a custom URL not that long ago. You're right. This seems like no time at all. And now I'm monetized and creeping up on 1,200 subscribers.
Oh.
See?
I think I need 4 subscribers, or maybe even 3 subscribers now to make 1,200.
Excellent. William Rose is asking, what is the next milestone after custom URL?
1,000 subscribers.
Yeah, 1,000.
Because at 1,000 subscribers, then you can be monetized
Mm.
and start earning some money from it. But you don't earn a whole lot of money in the beginning.
To be honest,
Pennies.
if you put out regular content, you'd be surprised how quick you can hit
Yeah.
1,000 subscribers.
Mm.
Well, I've done it in just over a year, so.
When you look at some of these channels who when you look at some of these oh god, I've got a bit of my throat. When you look at some of these channels and you see the way they turn and you think, Jesus, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And they can hit 30 and 40,000 subscribers. So
Yeah.
anything's possible.
Mhm.
YouTube is one of the things I'm most scared of for
Why?
young turners. Not scared of from my perspective, but working in a wood turning shop, you get a lot of newbies coming in and say, "Oh, I've got a lathe at home and I've learnt off YouTube," and you go, "Who are you watching?"
Yeah, who are you
Yeah.
watching? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the thing. Yeah, there are
Makes-
some scary
Yeah, there's
channels
some
out there.
out there, and it just makes me really nervous.
Because they see it and they think that's the right way to do it.
Yeah, well, that's it. They're learning. You see all these people that just post and they don't really understand what they're doing themselves because they've done it the same way. And you get everyone else learning off them and it just follows on. You get a spiral of unsafe practice and it. Oh, oof,
I was
like it.
I was
I know.
scrolling through YouTube the other day and I was watching one, and all it was a picture of an overhead picture of a lathe. He was turning like a little box, lidded box, and the lathe wasn't even bolted down. Every time he put the gouge, the lathe was moving underneath it.
Move. Yeah.
And I'm like, man,
Oh, heck.
Oh, yeah.
So William Kenny's asking, what's a custom URL? Basically, the custom URL is, you can call it whatever you like, basically, but normally just your channel name, instead of that gobbledygook of letters and numbers that YouTube call it now. So it's easier if you're trying to publicize on social media and stuff. It comes up with your name on it, basically.
but be warned, you can only change it once, so make sure you get the right,
Correct.
you get the
Yeah.
right spelling and you get it right.
Get it right first time, or you could,
Right.
you could be stuck with it.
Once you've changed it, that's it. You can't change it no more.
Dave Oatley says, when Brian gets to 1,200 or 1,200 subs, he'll buy an SK114. No, forget the 20,000 I might.
When he's got the 20,000, he might earn
That's
enough
lovely.
monetized funds to buy an SK114.
Correct. Aston says, I've learned from Steve and Brian, so if it goes wrong, I'm blaming them. Oops.
I hold no responsibility.
Anything I do, I try to do it as safely as possible, and I try to use the correct techniques. And I'm willing. I usually have earworms who are more knowledgeable than I am that can keep me right. Some of my shows have been real fun and games with guys, the earworms leading them up the garden path and get me to do things that I'm really not capable of doing, but we do them anyway for the fun and see how it goes.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I've got to take this smoke
That's
off.
looking lovely.
That's as far as I'm
Yes.
going to go with
It's
it.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
Stunning piece of wood. It's
Beautiful, isn't it?
9:05, Steve, so you're okay, man.
Right, so I think that is as far as I'm going to go with it. So nothing else wants another polish, but I put a little bit too much wax on it. So what I'll do is I'll let it dry off and then I'll give it another polish in the morning. But as you can see. It's really nice. Nice piece of wood.
That is
Mhm.
lovely.
That is
Yeah.
very nice.
Jack Top Leatherwood's heading off, is he? I don't want to have a quick word with him. I'll catch up with him later. And yeah, I feel I need a new belt. I think you might be able to make me one.
What, bigger one, you mean?
No, I don't need a bigger belt. I need just a standard size. But shut up.
Right, so bring you guys back.
I did what Leonard says.
Right.
I've learned how to use a heat gun from Brian. The bandages come off soon.
Right,
Oops.
so there we go. You can perhaps see a bit better on this camera. So a nice little bit of texturing, in there. You can just see the gold in the grain.
Yeah.
And just a plain
It's come up
finish at the
nice.
bottom. I just want another. I put a little bit too much wax on there, so I just want that drying off, and then I can buff it off in the morning. But other than that, just a simple bowl. So
Lewis just said that he sent us he sent some of us a link to a guy who was wood turning,
yeah, he was.
and he was actually wood turning with his hand over the
It
tool
was
rest.
frightening. It was.
So his left hand was over the tool rest,
Yeah,
and the tool was between.
I just
It's scary.
I'll just demonstrate how he was turning a massive piece of resin. The piece of resin must have been, I don't know, 8 inches across.
Oh, easily, yeah.
And he's got his hand on there like that with his tool over the top, like that. And I'm like,
That's how he was turning. I watched 2 minutes of it and turned it off. I
was
couldn't
like-
watch it in case he
Yeah.
chopped his fingers off.
Yeah.
It's a horror story. But there are lots of that. There's lots of that kind of thing on
So
YouTube.
much too.
You got to be selective who you watch,
Yeah.
guys.
So before we go, is there any questions for Katie before we go? Because obviously,
I'm surprised nobody asked Katie the question that all employers ask. Where do you expect to be in 5 years' time?
No. I'll be
The boss of Taylor
That's a
Swift.
terrible question.
being Dan's boss.
used to hate
being
that.
Dan's boss.
I'm already there. I've hit that milestone.
Oh, she's ready
Fair
there.
enough.
Ooh, well done, Katie. You're not short of confidence then,
No.
which is
well,
good to see. I love to see
Can't be-
young people with confidence.
You got to have goals. There's no point going through life
Yeah.
without having goals. Because we're only here for a limited period of time. You need to do what you can as much as you can in the short time we're here.
That's it.
It ain't a rehearsal.
Hello, Casey. What?
It's a live show.
Wave, look, they can see you. Wave. Wave.
No, we can't.
Oh, I'll be there in a minute. All right.
Oh, no, I can see. Just
Casey.
a little bit.
Got to get
Oh,
the
I
rabbits
did.
in.
Oh no, not the rabbits.
Yeah, the rabbits.
It's dark. The fox will be getting them.
That's all right. Leave them out there.
Oh, aye.
Andy says, "Keep going, Katie. You've shown some of us old gets how it's done."
So, Wedge Woodworks, when can we expect Katie's second YouTube video? Well, you know, by Sunday, I reckon.
Friday.
No
Yeah.
pressure there then, Katie. Come on.
I'm gonna
No pressure. She's off all weekend. She can.
Yeah.
She's not working again till Monday. Are you working on Monday, Katie?
Yeah.
So, anyway,
You make it.
Oh, that's
she'll get
easy
one up
time.
when she's ready. No pressure.
No, well, I have
Yeah, there's pressure. Monday.
to.
She's all weekend. Get on with it.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Love it.
So, hopefully,
It's a pleasure to meet you, Katie.
yeah, so
I have to
hopefully
say.
we'll give you a bit more
It is
recognition
pleasure.
out there, Katie. So,
Yeah.
hopefully people will know who you are and they're subscribed to your Instagram and your Facebook and your YouTube.
Yeah.
So-
YouTube.
So, Katie will be at Harrogate. So, whoever's going to Harrogate, you'll be able to meet
Yeah.
her in person.
I will be too.
I think we're all going, aren't we?
I think we are.
Well, there's a good amount of the crowd going, I have to say.
It's a good
First,
one to go.
yeah, I agree, Kat. I think that's one
Yeah.
of the better ones, to be honest.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think it's
absolutely.
better. I think it's more for the wood turning community than makers. Makers is more for the YouTube community.
It is. It's kind of a yeah. I agree.
Where Harrogate is, I know it's a Northern Tool Show, but it's more around the woodworking tools. So
yeah, it's
Yeah.
centered
Yep.
to. Yeah.
yeah, so it's you get a lot of companies there who obviously sell tools like Trend, Dremel, Makita, Dewalt, Milwaukee, all the big boys. But then you'll get a lot of the smaller companies selling like Joe Sonia, she's there. And then there's some smaller companies that sell all the like the little all the little fancy detailing tools and all that, and it's a really good show to go to. So I think that's one of the better ones, and it'd be good to get back on the circuit because it's been a long while since the last show. So
Yeah.
There you go, Katie.
Yep.
Yeah.
Glenn says,
I'm
are you
looking
going
forward
to
to it.
do a guest spot on the YG stand?
No.
If you're offering.
Yeah.
£80 an hour, Glenn.
Yeah.
£80 an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Charging.
So
Woodwork Learner says, plan to go to Harrogate too. Getting first aid kit ready to meet Joe again. Lummy neck.
Guess he gets a beating because he's on the list.
Yes.
Kev at 9K Creations, similar to the school seminars, do they give freebies? I don't know, really.
I know.
Don't know. You usually get you. Yes, please. You usually get a goodie bag as you go in, don't you? But other than that,
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
other than that, I don't know. But I'm going anyway, so my hotel's booked, tickets are bought. Just got
Mine too.
to wait for.
Flights
I
are
just
paid
got to
for.
wait for the missus to decide whether she's coming or not. She'll perhaps tell me 2
Fair
days
enough.
before.
And
Oh,
Glyn
well.
said, yes, I am.
There you go.
Your
Yes,
question,
I am.
Katie. So there you
And
go.
yeah.
I mean, you won't see Glyn there because he'll be
Yeah.
networking.
No, it'd be
He'll be on the Taylor's Murfield stand.
Yeah.
The Wood Dude's in. Hi and bye.
Hi,
Hi,
Steve.
Hi, Stephen.
Right, the show is on November
Hi.
the 11th to the 13th, I believe, is it not?
It is,
Yeah,
you're right.
yeah. it is.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
Sounds about
in
right.
Harrogate on the show. Is it the showground? I think it's the showground, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, it's the Harrogate.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's a good weekend. Good weekend because it's on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
It is.
Did I book a flight to come home on Monday? Oh yeah, because we're going down the road on Sunday.
Eh?
Yeah. We're going back to Bristol on Sunday.
Yeah, I'm coming home
Fair
Sunday.
enough.
Sunday evening, like.
Yeah.
And then Mark's going to drop me off at the airport of Bristol on Monday morning. And I'll get my flight home.
All right. Shall we knock it on the head then?
Excellent.
Excellent show, Steve.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Excellent to meet you, Katie. Thank you.
I agree.
Aye. Thank you.
So the question
If
is,
I
the
don't talk to
question
you
is,
before, I'll see you at Harrogate.
the question is, Katie, have you enjoyed it?
Yes.
We haven't put you
she
we haven't
is.
put you off too much.
No, not at all.
No, it's not as bad as you thought. we're not that
No.
bad. We've all been fed before we came on the live, so we're fine.
Yeah.
Right, so a massive thank you to Katie, Brian, and I was going to say Glyndon, Joe, for coming over and joining me. I hope you guys have been interested in what Katie's got to say. Obviously, she's a new talent, so keep your eye out. I'm sure she's got much better things to come in the near future. And hopefully, if you get a chance, fingers crossed. Hopefully, if you get a chance to go to Harrogate, go over to the Taylor's Murfield stand and say hi and just show your support to her. So that's all we ask for anybody in the community. Just show each other a bit of courtesy and a bit of support. Other than that, that's it. Right, so I will be back on Sunday lunchtime live with the video for the hashtag Fruit Week. Again, a massive turnover on contributions and photographs. So thanks everybody who sent the photographs over for that. Really do appreciate that. So that will be on Sunday's lunchtime live. So other than that, it's good night from me. Good night from the guys. Say good night, guys.
Good
Night,
night,
guys.
good night, guys.
Hang around, Katie, for a minute, and we'll close this and we'll.
Don't you rush
No.
away.
Yeah.
Right, so good night, guys. Take care. Speak to you soon. Have a great weekend. Night.
Bye, everybody.
Press the button, Steve.
That's all, folks.